Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. So I'm listening to Joe Rogan's last podcast with Tim Dillon. Okay, let me just pause this. Okay, so by the way, great podcast a couple of days ago. Joey Diaz and Brian Redband were on Joe Rogan for about 3 hours. Always a lot of fun with Joey Diaz. And today, or actually yesterday, Tim Dillon, I think he's very funny, but he kind of, I don't know where he stands politically. I think he's sort of right. And here's the thing I'm going to talk about now is I think he kind of likes Trump. And he even said so. He goes like, Donald Trump is the quintessential grifter, con artist, and I like that sort of guy. The one thing he said where I totally disagree is he says that Donald Trump is kind of doing stand-up in a way, that he's hypnotic. Like I'm paraphrasing. Tim Dillon stated, like, when I dial in and I put on a press conference, like, oh, I'm just going to watch this for 5 minutes, I end up watching it the whole 50 minutes or hour or whatever. So I couldn't disagree with Tim Dillon. So just to continue, so I am the opposite of Tim Dillon. I don't know if I've ever listened to a complete press conference with Trump. I can't stand the guy. I can't stand his face. I don't think he's funny or clever. He's just a monster. So I can't get through a whole one. I don't even, when there's a live press conference, I don't tune in. I listen to David Pakman afterwards. David Pakman or Kyle Kulinski. There's a guy, Brian Tyler Cohen, the Young Turks, and they'll play clips, and that's what I do. So I'm just the opposite of Tim Dillon. I think Donald Trump is boring. Totally boring. He's not intelligent. He's not funny. All these years, right? The past 4 years, even before, I've never once laughed at a Trump quote or whatever. I know Joe says it all the time. He's a great stand-up comedian. He's doing stand-up. The president. Couldn't disagree with Joe more. I don't think he's funny at all. Now let me end this here. So Joe actually touched on this. Scott Adams, the cartoonist, whatever. So he supports Trump. And this was actually even before 2016 election. He got into a bit of trouble. He actually came out publicly that he said Trump is a genius and like this sort of mad genius, and he knows how he's got good instincts, and he's like this genius who knows how to manipulate people and the press and all this. I remember Scott Adams was on Sam Harris. I believe this was 2017. They're like, you got to be kidding me. Sam Harris fucking hates Trump. He's a fucking dolt. Donald Trump is a dolt. He's that, as Sam Harris compared him to that guy from Jerzy Kaczynski's book, Being There, that guy who became president. Aging myself here. Movie from the early 70s, and Sam Harris references that. So there you go. Very quick, very informal. Donald Trump, I've never laughed once. He's not funny. He's not hypnotic. And Scott Adams is losing millions of dollars because of this, because of his outspoken opinions about Donald Trump. There you go. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk. There you go. You know how that works. I just turned off the camera. It's Chauncey Gardner from Being There. Okay, here it is. Okay, so he's like this retarded guy who's a gardener, and he ends up, you have to see the movie. I think it's 1973, and he ends up becoming president. But all he does, he's retarded. He just mimics people. Like, he watches a lot of TV and he does a lot of stuff like with his hands and his gesturing, and they think he's a genius, but in reality he's retarded or whatever. You're not supposed to use the R word, but he's autistic or whatever. So there you go. Chauncey Gardner, and the movie's Being There with Peter Sellers. There you go. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience, peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk.